kind of like a fun facts video about me. I did this video like quite a few months back, and one of my subscribers asked me to do like kind of another recent get to know me. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I do have some of the questions that some people asked me or wanted to ask specific things to know about me, so I do have them pulled up on my laptop just beside. So if I keep looking over and reading them, that's because, and also each time that I will be answering the question that one of you guys have asked me, I'm just going to pop up the question here really quickly just to let everybody know. Because I feel like sometimes people would think like, did people really ask her, or does she just want to seem like super cool that like people are really interested in her, you know? Like I'm like making up my own questions. But and then alongside with that, I'm going to actually be also just saying a few fun facts about me. So that is what the video is going to be like. So I guess we should just jump in, right? Let's get started. Okay, so the first question that I have, it's by, and it says, nationality, and what languages do you speak? Very good question, obviously, if you don't know. So I am a 50% Italian and 25% Scottish and 25% Irish. So my dad was actually born in Italy, in southern Italy, and then my mom is 50% Scottish and 50% Irish. So that obviously makes me 25 and 25, right? So that is that. The languages that I speak. So my mother tongue language is English, and then I learned French in school because I do live in Quebec. So when you live in Quebec, it's pretty much mandatory to know how to speak French, because a lot of the time that's their first language, and especially with jobs and everything like that, you really need to know your French. So I learned French in school, and again, French is a very, very hard language to learn. I feel like I'm always learning French. And then my third language is Italian. So I do know Italian. I don't know it super fluently like I would like, but I definitely do know like a lot of words and phrases, and I can speak to my grandma a little bit and my uncle that doesn't speak a word of English here and there. I did go to Italy, and I feel like it's a lot easier when you surround yourself with that language, right? Learn more Italian and brush up on my Italian. So that's basically the three languages that I kind of know how to speak. Good question for that. Moving on to question number 2. So question number 2 says, your favorite movie and why? That's a very good question, but oh my god, it's very hard because it's like there's so many good movies out there. Start off with my favorite movie. So my favorite movie is Now and Then. This is a very classic movie. It's an older movie, so it was filmed, I would say, in like the very, very early 90s. It's about these 4 girls and their childhood growing up, and I just love that movie. It touches my heart and soul so much. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just kind of brings me back to my childhood, and just filming back in like those times of like the 70s and 80s. I just love like the style, the music in the movie, and there's a lot of very powerful friendship and family ship in the movie. once I re-edit this video, I'm gonna be like, why didn't I say this movie? But we're gonna move along because I know I could list so many more. So next question from the same person. What musical instrument is the sexiest sounding and most visually appealing? Okay, so that's a very, very good question. So one of my favorite sexiest musical instruments I would have to pick is saxophone. I love saxophone. I find that super sexy. And I just love guitar because acoustic guitar can be so sexy and visually appealing when the person's playing, because when they're playing you can see how much soul is in it and how passionate they are. So I love acoustic guitar and I love a saxophone. Okay, and this same person, so 3 questions in one. What got you into ASMR? That is such a good question. I love that question. So even for me, when I look back, I don't even know how I stumbled upon ASMR in the first place. I think I actually stumbled upon, what's her name? Trisha Paytas. So she kept like doing those like mukbangs and eating, and then I think from that and just watching her like eat, like, and like other people doing mukbangs, it kind of brought me on like the side of the recommending videos on YouTube. The first ASMR I've ever watched, I think actually it may have been another mukbanger. I think that's what it was. It was a mukbanger, and she didn't speak. She only ate like super huge portions of like raw seafood. I forget the girl's name. Through those videos of watching people eat, and I actually stumbled upon like an Asian girl that would do like ASMR with the mic and eat up super close and stuff. So that's what, and then it kind of just brought me to ASMR with like healing and like objects and with like mouth sounds, and like there's just so like role playing, like playing. There's so much to ASMR. Like I started on the eating side. Like I just thought that's what it was. I really did. I really thought ASMR was just about like eating and like hearing people eat. But it's not. Like there's so many other layers of ASMR and so many things you can do with ASMR. So that's why as I kind of like dug deeper, I would find these other people that were doing like so many different things, like with sounds and like the mic and objects and hand movements and affirmations and Reiki, and I'm a very creative person, so that's why I just kind of just got myself into it. And one day, again, I would have never thought today that I would be doing this, but it just kind of just happened, and I ordered my first mic, and this is actually my first mic ever. This is the Yeti, and I ordered it one day, and I was like, you know what, I think it's just time for me to try a video out and just kind of see if I like it, and it stuck with me, and ever since then, I'm just very, very happy and very, very grateful that this is taking off, because I enjoy it so much, just like hopefully you guys do. So very good question. Okay, next person says, what is your dream job, and coffee or tea? So I like this one. So my dream job of all time, as of right now, and it has been for a few years, so my dream job is to own Airbnbs. I really, really, really want to own my own Airbnbs, like cabins and chalets in the nature and in the woods and in the forest or on a lake, and I want to design them myself. I have my interior decorating, visual display, and drafting diploma, so I basically learned basically interior design. My course was 2 years, and we learned everything from design to drafting to decorating to visual display to space to all that stuff. was and have been a big coffee drinker. Even when I was like growing up, I loved to like get espresso and lattes and cappuccinos, and you know, being Italian, like you're around like that all the time, and at all like our big party gatherings, we used to have like espresso on deck like every time. So, but as I got a little bit older, into my high 20s, I started to get a little bit of like anxiety and stuff from coffee and caffeine, so I kind of actually had to remove it, which was very hard for me. So I removed coffee for a little while. I kind of went really into tea, and I love herbal tea. Like, I don't really drink black tea or tea that you put milk and sugar. Like in England, really love like herbal teas. Like, I love any type of herbal tea you could ever think of. And I actually buy my own loose tea that has like, comes with so many like flowers and roots and like every, you know, everything good in it. But I would say that I'm both. Yeah, but tea definitely has been my recent go-to with everything. But again, I always still have coffee. I squeeze it in. So right now I'm actually drinking decaf. And sometimes if I know that I'm okay, I'll have a little small coffee, you know, here and there. I do sometimes like alternatives. Like I know there's like this dandelion powder that is like kind of similar to like the girth of coffee and the creaminess. So I'll have that sometimes. So like I kind of go like, I kind of bounce around everywhere. But definitely what's close to my heart is coffee, and it always will be. Like, it's just like something, it's just something about it. It's like, it touches my soul. So, moving on. So, another good question. I think I'm going to be posting them here because I go like this every time. Okay, so favorite hobbies and drinks. Okay, so my favorite hobby would have to be doing anything active. Like, I love to hike, I love to go for bike rides, I love running, I love kind of just walking around and seeing nature. So I love anything active outside. I'm a big outdoorsy girl. Again, anything with animals. So I love to go see like farm animals. I love to go to like a petting zoo, just somewhere where I can be surrounded by nature and animals. I love to do picnics, things like that. I love boating. I love going boating. That is one of my favorite things to do as well. I just started golf within the last 3 years, so that's something new and fun. What else? I love to do like just drives with country music and like with a coffee, and we kind of see where we go. You know, we go to like a little market and we buy like fresh veggies and fruit. Like, I like to do things like that. I like to go for drives and kind of find like new places and areas and try them out. I love to try different types of food and go to restaurants and things like that. So that's another kind of hobby, I would say. I did do pole dance for about 7 years or so, 7 to 8 years. I'm taking a break right now because I have a lot of injuries. Like, unfortunately, I have an injury on my rotator cuff, and just recently I hurt my hip. So I'm just kind of like figuring out my body type and like how I can proceed. But I do love to do pole dance. That's one thing that everybody knows, is that I love to do pole dance, and that was a big hobby of mine. So moving on, drinks. So I don't know if you mean, but oh, you put a beer. Okay, so drinks. So my favorite drinks of all time is wine. I love wine. I am a wino girl. I'm a whiny girl. But yeah, I love homemade wine. I love homemade red wine. I love white wine now. But I love to drink wine. If I had to choose like a cocktail or something, I think it would have to be probably espresso martini, or it used to be like dirty martinis, but I cannot drink that anymore. Oh goodness gracious, be on the floor. But I like espresso martinis. I do like Bloody Caesars from time to time, so I think that would have to be my favorite cocktails, aside from wine. I absolutely love wine. I am obsessed with wine. Like, it's just, again, growing up Italian as well, we've been around wine, and actually we've been around homemade wine. It's very two different things. So thank you, and good question. Moving on. I love this one. Okay, this question. Do you love heavy metal music? And the answer to that is a big yes. That's so funny that you like asked me that specifically, but I love heavy metal. So growing up, I loved country. Okay, so my favorite genre of music of all time is country music. Next from that, I love rock and roll. I love punk rock. I love heavy metal music. I can list like a bunch of bands right now. I love I Prevail. I love Bad Omens. I I try to plan ahead, but I feel like I do better videos like kind of in the moment and how I'm feeling. But I feel like I need to try to get into like that role playing ASMR, but it's just not for me. I don't know. I know that it does really, really well, so I feel like I'm gonna try to do one, but I don't want to go against like what I like and what I don't like. But definitely I want to do a lot of just creative videos. I want to do a lot of like videos that help with anxiety and depression and like insomnia, because I've struggled with all of those things. So that's why I want to help out. I want to do something different, like that's no ASMR has ever done. I like to step it outside of the box. So again, I don't really plan my videos, but I just think that I know, just let you know that there will be a lot more coming for sure. I was thinking of maybe doing eventually when I get like my kitty and my cat and stuff, because I'm going to be getting new animals, to kind of do like some ASMRs with them. That would be cool. So like on that note, there definitely will be things coming along. Okay, what was the best vacation you've ever been on? Oh my goodness. Okay, the best by far vacation I've ever in my life been on was when I went to Italy and I did the Amalfi Coast. Oh my god, this trip was one of the most breathtaking trips and most beautiful places on earth for me personally. The Amalfi Coast, the water was crystal clear, turquoise and blue, literally, and was clean and salt. Like it was clean, like not even like it wasn't even salty. The people are so relaxed and stress free, and I love the way that they live their life. They wake up at like 8, 9, go to work, they close at like 2 to 4 to go for lunch or to take a nap. Like they really, really enjoy their time. And then they have supper at like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and people are singing and dancing, and it's just such a whole different world. And they do everything right there, like all their crops and all their animals, like they're all out in the field. Like there's no like factory farming or anything. That's like they don't spray chemicals on anything. Everything is home grown and made with love, and that's why the food was unreal. The taste of every food, like it was so pure, and like the burst of flavor that like went in my mouth. So definitely Italy was by far one of the best trips I've ever had in my life, and I'm going back this September. Actually, I'm going to be doing northern Tuscany. I'm going to be doing the Tuscany area, and then we're going to do Milan, and then go back down to the Amalfi Coast because it's just breathtaking. So yeah, that's to answer your question. Yeah. What else? 2 more. Okay, so what was your first concert? So my first concert actually was Eminem. Funny story, Eminem. My favorite concert, well, I haven't been to a lot, so it's kind of bad. But as of right now, my favorite concert would have had, I went to a Luke Bryan and Brett Eldridge and Brett Young. So that was country music, and they're country singers, by the way, if no one knew. I love that. That was so much freaking fun. And I'm actually going to Shania Twain this year, so I think Shania Twain will probably be my favorite. But again, I'm obsessed with my boy bands, and I'm obsessed with like my heavy metal, and I love other country artists that I would love to go see. So I don't know if I have a favorite just yet. Like I can't answer that question, but I do think it would probably be Shania Twain. But Eminem too was like kind of unreal, because back in the day when he was sending out those like really like those good tracks, and he was with Rihanna and stuff, like now he was at his peak with her. So I went when I saw him, it was like emotional. But I think for me, I can't choose a favorite right now because I haven't seen enough. So yes, what band or music act would you like to attend in the future? Okay, so definitely I would like to attend like Morgan Wallen. I would love, so the person I would love to see in concert is Lana Del Rey. Oh my freaking god. Oh my freaking god. Yes, I would love to go see a lot of oldies too. Like, oh my goodness. Like, stinking hard. Like, people don't even know how hard, and I have a background in gymnastics, and the fact that I'm saying that it's hard. You know, you're Italian when. So I guess that's it for today. You know, we can do some more personal stuff next time. Like, if you want to know about my love life, or if I've ever been married, if I have kids, or if I